Can you imagine walking down any European city street eating such a savory fruit as a mango? It's impossible. You would have to go to the supermarket to buy it. Whereas I have taken it off of this tree. These are mango trees. This is Belém, the city of mango trees. They're not only delicious, they cause problems that we're going to find out about right now. Want some? This modern city, with more than 1 million inhabitants, is Belém de Para. It is developed between the limits of the Guajara Bay and the Guama River, in the immense estuary of Para, as an entrance gate to Amazonia. Since it was founded in 1616, it has developed without losing its composure and has conserved its image of a tropical and exotic city. When in season, the immense trees that beautify the avenues let their fruit fall to the ground. Loads of ripe mangoes, and the bombardment begins. Antonio Lemos, governor of Belém, decided to promote the tree-lined streets of his city with this Hindu fruit, the Mangifera indica. And in 1889, he began to plant seeds brought from the faraway East Indies to these lands so close and so familiar. This is how Belém de Para began to be known as the city of mango trees, a metropolis in which chlorophyll exerts its natural power. The trees that we are seeing are more than 100 years old. Their shade is a delicacy, like its fruit, valued by everyone, locals and visitors alike. But when Dom Antonio decided to fill his city with trees, there were no cars, and of course, no taxis. You can't please everyone.
This is Emilio Ari Avenue, the Avenue of the Mangueiras. Driving at no more than 50 kilometers an hour, a mango fell on my windshield and broke it. It's the third shield that I've had broken this year. Windshields are expensive here in Belém, in comparison to what we earn. They cost 20,000 pesetas.
A mango can weigh up to 300 grams, and when it falls from a height of 50 meters, it's highly dangerous for anyone unfortunately under it. The Taxi Association of Belém de Para is demanding subsidies from City Hall, since the city's trees and sweet artillery are their competition.
It was a mango that fell on the windshield and broke it. The town council doesn't want to pay anything. I paid, though, with my own money. They don't solve anything. They don't know how.
They have reached no agreement yet, and while some pay for broken windshields, others make big business at the expense of the mangoes.
We decided to start this business because of the manguera problem. Belém is the city of mangueras, so since we have a deficiency of windshields dating from some 20 years back, we decided to open this store in order to cover the demand, using the name of the region, Para-brisas. We were the first to open this store here in this city, but now there are 7 more, something unheard of in other cities of Brazil. Any other city in this country, apart from Belém, has 2 or 3 stores. Here we have 7, and naturally, a lot of people are making money. Brazil has a critical social problem. We have a serious crisis here, and the mangoes are a source of sustenance for people during these difficult times. Besides, they favor the city climate, which is very hot. They diminish the heat on the streets. They give a cool shade. There is a problem of the windshields. If they fall on them, they'll break them. But they also have their positive side.
This big 24-hour laboratory reveals to man, whenever possible, what we are seeing in this episode. The largest humid tropical forest is found here, with its wealth and its miseries, tripping up or seducing man and his greed. Conquering Amazonia is something that we will never achieve, although we continue to try with a chainsaw or machetes. The rainforest defends itself, remember? These people are nature lovers. Although they live in the city of Manaus, they periodically go to the riverbank of the Igarapé to collect plants. They are all important, they all make a verdant grove, but there are only two that are worth the effort. They are looking for a liana, the Cipó mariri, and the leaf of the chacrona, wild plants that grow spontaneously in the heart of the jungle and are watered like all the other beings of Amazonia, by rain and by time. The Amazonian jungle is an emergency pharmacy where their main assets lie, biochemical reactions in a pure state that some alchemists have been able to identify for centuries. Behind the destruction of this garden, aside from being an ecological crime, is the loss of natural vegetable substances that would cure many of our ailments, including spiritual ones, to speak of a few. Already at home, in the center of Manaus, the gathered plants do not lose their shine. The man who handles them, almost caressing them, is the Mestre Asprimilla, a follower of José Gabriel da Costa, who died in 1971, and from whom he learned to respect the herb and the doctrine that it gives. He's preparing, alongside his brothers, an act born in the jungle, but imported to the city, and more extended every day in the urban nuclei of Amazonia. A Quechuan word that the Incas referred to as the wine of the soul. Separately, neither of these two plants will have any effect. Only together with the ancestral wisdom will they fulfill their hallucinogenic effect. Working in a team is essential so that everything flows positively. The ayahuasca should be prepared among everyone and for everyone. This tea, which comes from the blending of these two plants, is drunk by many indigenous people since the ancients, such as the Yanomami and the Tucano Indians. This was verified by the English botanist Richard Spruce in 1851. Drinking ayahuasca is an extremely sensorial experience, which places the individual in a state of hypersensitivity, allowing him consciously to control his imagination as if in a normal state. The ayahuasca fell into the hands of the white man during the time of the Caucho, when the seringueiros began to drink this tea, which up until then was only drunk by the indigenous shamans. Today, many of them come to the city to drink it and share the experience.
I discovered this plant by way of the Capi. They drank it to become healers, doctors, to cure all ailments. To cure, drink vegetable. Drink the plant to become stronger. It's just that it's good for everyone. Men, women, children, everybody. Because the plant cures, it cures all ailments and allows us to reach our Father Creator.
I let myself try it, without worrying. Invited by the already initiated, people, as you can see, of all classes and conditions. The mestre hands out different doses, giving less to the women and the lighter weight men. The power of this plant blend is such that sometimes the trip, although desired, is unpleasant. The Herbal Union has 76 nuclei, distributed throughout 11 regions, and with more than 6,000 members in all of Brazil. They come together like today, 2 times a month, to drink this tea, the heat of the earth, which makes their brain and senses work at an amazing speed, which they will control using their mind and their heart. The ayahuasca is bitter, and they give us a slice of orange in order to swallow it easier.